The strength of the flock. Once upon a time, in a meadow filled with golden sunshine, lived a flock of colorful birds. Pipit, a small bird with bright eyes, loved to hop through the tall grass. He was eating sweet seeds with his friend Chirr. They were very happy, chirping about the beautiful day and the tasty treats they found. Suddenly, a giant shadow fell over them. Before they could fly away, a heavy net dropped from the sky. Tweel and Zerp were caught underneath the itchy ropes. They flapped their wings hard, but the net was too heavy for just one or two birds to lift. They were trapped. A hunter began to run toward them, laughing. Pipit knew they had to act fast. "Don't be afraid," he chirped loudly to Tweel. "We cannot lift this alone, but we can lift it together. On the count of 3, everyone flap your wings as hard as you can." 1, 2, 3, flap! They all cried. Chirr and Zerp pushed off the ground with all their might. Slowly, the heavy net began to rise. Because they all flew in the same direction, the net lifted off the grass and into the blue sky. The hunter stopped and rubbed his eyes in surprise. He had never seen a net fly before. He chased after them, waving his arms, but Pipit led the flock higher and higher. They were safe as long as they stayed together. "Keep going," Pipit called. "We are winning." But soon, the birds grew tired and began to argue. Chirr looked toward the dark, cool forest. "I want to go to the woods," he chirped, pulling the net to the left. Tweel looked at the sparkling blue water below. "No, I want to go to the lake," she cried, pulling the net to the right. Zerp looked at the tall, purple peaks in the distance. "The mountains are better," he shouted, trying to fly upward. Pipit felt the net shaking and wobbling. "Stop," Pipit pleaded. "If we go different ways, we will fall. We must stay as one flock." The birds would not listen. Chirr pulled left, Tweel pulled right, and Zerp pulled up. The net began to spin and twirl in the air. Instead of flying forward, they stayed in one spot, tumbling over each other. Chirr and Zerp got their wings tangled in the messy ropes. With a loud thud, the net crashed back down to the meadow. Pipit and Tweel landed in a heap, trapped once again. They were no longer high in the sky. They were back on the ground, and they were very stuck. They realized too late that they had stopped working together. The hunter walked over and easily picked up the net with all the birds inside. Pipit sighed sadly as he looked at his friends. "We escaped when we were a team," he whispered, "but we are caught because we forgot to stay together." From that day on, they knew that unity was their greatest strength.